Has your dog mistaken you for a popsicle? Or have you been late with their dinner one time too often, and they've decided that they're going to have to eat you in order to survive? Whatever the reason, they sure seem keen on licking you at every opportunity. Joking aside, you probably assume that your dog licks you in order to show affection. Dogs groom one another by licking their fur, having not had the good sense as a species to have invented hairbrushes or shampoo. And this not only helps keep them clean, but also helps them build social bonds with other members of their group. When your fur baby licks you, therefore, they must be trying to show you affection, right? Or expressing that they think you're filthy and trying to give you a bath. That's far from the only reason why dogs lick their dog parents, however. And some of the other reasons are far stranger. In this video, we're going to be looking at some of the weird and wonderful reasons why our fur babies feel the need to lick us. And at the end of the video, we'll also be addressing the burning question that's on everyone's mind. Is it actually safe to let your dog lick you? But before we dive in, why not subscribe and join our canine loving community for more tips and tricks to help you care for your dog. While you're at it, ring the notification bell to receive instant updates whenever we post new content. Reason number 1. Nice to eat you. Okay, we may have been joking about your dog wanting to eat you before, but that doesn't mean that taste doesn't have anything to do with why they choose to lick you. Human skin often has sweat on it, which itself contains delicious salt. Yep, from a dog's perspective, we humans come ready salted. What's not to love? If you're a messy eater, so much the better. A dog will notice those Cheetos crumbs on your fingers or that slight milk mustache, ask if anybody is going to eat that, and then not even wait for an answer. Reason number 2. Ear. You might notice that your fur baby favors specific parts of your body when licking you, including your ears. This is partly just their way of trying to be helpful. Dogs find it pretty hard to lick their own ears. Who doesn't? And so are dependent on other dogs to help them groom that area. Your pooch doesn't understand that you don't need their help to clean your own ears, and so they try to be helpful by licking you there. Okay, the adorable explanation for this behavior is now over. On to the gross explanation. You have been warned. The other reason that your fur baby enjoys licking your ears is that dogs happen to adore the taste of earwax. Ew! We told you it was gross. Your dog likes licking your ears so that they can get some of that tasty earwax. Now you know this fact. We bet you'll never look at them the same way. Reason number 3. Feed me. Your dog has a lot of ways to communicate that they want to be fed. Whining, begging, puppy dog eyes. The list goes on. But perhaps the weirdest sign is licking your face. Yep, that's right. When your dog starts licking around your mouth, often they're not trying to communicate, "I love you," at all. They're trying to ask, "Where's my dinner?" But why do our dogs think that licking around our mouths is a good way of communicating this? Well, it's because that's what they'd have done when they were puppies. Warning, this is another icky one. Like human babies, puppies don't go straight from drinking milk to eating full solids. There's an in-between stage where they eat softer food. Dogs don't have access to baby food, however, so they have to make their own. Puppies will lick around their mama dog's muzzle as a way of asking her to vomit up food for them. Yuck! Have fun picturing that next time your pup is washing your face. Reason number 4. Poor puppy. You might notice that your pup likes licking you more after you've been eating or cooking. It's a concerning thing to notice. Have you somehow spilled food on yourself without noticing? No, it's more subtle than that, and crucially, it's not something that a human nose can pick up. No reason to be embarrassed. When you cook, you're often going to be working in a warm environment. Standing next to warm ovens or pots of boiling water causes your pores to open up. Your pores then start to absorb the small particles of whatever you're cooking that are floating in the air around you. From your pup's perspective, although again, not from a human's perspective, this means that after you've been cooking, you smell like food. You can't blame them for wanting a quick lick to see whether you taste like it as well. Reason number 5. Kiss to dismiss. Dogs don't always lick to show affection. Our furry friends are famously good at picking up on patterns. It's what makes them so easy to train. But it also means that they're very good at manipulating our behavior. Although you love your dog, we bet that a lot of you find yourselves backing away a bit when you see a big wet tongue and a mouthful of dog saliva coming towards your face. After all, you've seen your dog use that tongue to lick their own butt. It's not exactly hygienic. After a few incidents of doing this, your pup will likely notice this tendency to move off when they start trying to lick you and may decide to start using it for their own advantage. Kissing to dismiss is what it's called when your dog goes to lick your face specifically to get you to back away. Essentially their way of saying, "All right, human, the petting was fun, but I'd like to go play now." Is it safe to let your dog lick you? Speaking of germs, this brings us to the question that every dog parent has pondered the answer to at some point. Is it actually safe to let your pup lick you, and especially your face? Or is indulging your fur baby in this way just going to lead to you developing some sort of horrible disease? Isn't werewolfism famously spread through canine saliva? Worse, is it going to risk poisoning your pup? After all, we humans put all kinds of things on our bodies. Is it really okay to let your dog lick you? Well, the answer is kinda. There's nothing unsafe about licking your skin for your dog, so long as you make sure that you haven't applied any chemicals to your skin beforehand. Creams, makeup, oils, and perfumes can be harmful for our pets to ingest, so make sure that you've washed them off before you let your dog lick you. When it comes to your own safety, on the other hand, it's definitely more of a risk. Dog saliva does have germs. Our pups aren't too picky about what they put in their mouths, and a dog's idea of a fun snack can be anything from garbage to roadkill to rats to, most disgustingly, their own puke or poop. Fortunately, not all the germs that dog spit carries are zoonotic, meaning that they can't all jump from animals to humans, but some absolutely are. A 2013 research paper suggested that licks from dogs and cats were responsible for 42 cases of meningitis in young babies between 2001 and 2011, 4 cases of which resulted in the babies' deaths. Infants have relatively weak immune systems, and scientists suggest that it's best to stop dogs from licking them. In 2016, an elderly woman was found unconscious in her apartment, almost dead from septicemia. This deadly disease is normally caused by bacteria entering the bloodstream through open wounds, but the woman, who fortunately did survive the experience, had no cuts or scrapes. Doctors speculated that a lick from her dog must have infected her. So should I stop letting my dog lick me? Not necessarily. It's worth emphasizing that despite the horror stories, most people who get licked by their pups suffer from nothing worse than a nose full of dog breath. These cases are high profile, but relatively rare. Whether or not to let your dog lick you is a personal choice, and if you choose to let them, then there are things that you can do to mitigate the risks. As we mentioned above, avoid letting your dog lick young babies. Don't let your dog lick you anywhere that has an open wound, and avoid open-mouthed kisses. We humans put up with a lot of weirdness when it comes to our fur babies saying, "I love you." But so do our pups. They're so warm and so fluffy and so cute. Surely they were made to be cuddled. Not according to science. Check out this video to see what exactly dog behaviorists found out in 2016 about how dogs react to our hugs.